Hey everyone, how's it going? Hope you're all doing well tonight. I had to move things a little bit earlier tonight, so hopefully most of you made it. If not, you can all watch the replay. And we're just going to have a nice little short and sweet conversation about contrast showers. So, has anybody ever tried contrast showers before? Do you even know what they are? Have you tried cold showers, or are you somebody that just uses hot showers? So let me know in the chat. Last week we had a suggestion to talk about showers and like water therapy and different types of showers. So that's what we'll be talking about. The benefits between having a contrast shower versus just a hot shower or having just a cold shower. So we'll talk a little bit about that. But I'd want to know your thoughts. What are your thoughts on water therapy? It's also known as like hydrotherapy, so it has many different benefits. So I'd love to know your thoughts on that. Yes. So no, I have not tried cold shower. I like hot showers. I think a lot of us like hot showers. Definitely. Hot showers just feel really nice, relaxing, warming for sure. Hot showers when my body hurts. Okay, I agree. I do find in the summertime I will take like not like a cold shower, but a cooler shower, just like not super hot. I would be a little bit I guess just warm. I find that it's easier in the summertime, especially if you're out and you get really hot. If you're after a workout, taking like a warm shower is a bit better. I find that, but contrast showers are a bit different, so we'll talk about that. Cold shower would wake me up for sure. Yes, it's very true. So we're going to talk about that, how the benefits of it. But I just want to see if anybody has any thoughts at all or what your thoughts are on this. And I'll kind of just talk a little bit about why contrast showers are good. So maybe I'll first start talking about what is a contrast shower. So it's like it sounds, it's a contrast between hot and cold water. So when you're doing this type of shower, you want to focus on the amount of time between each, and you don't have to generally time yourself doing it because you're in the shower, you're not going to be able to time yourself. But for example, if you're taking about a 10-15 minute shower, you would do the hot temperature for about 3 minutes, so 1 to 3 minutes, usually around 3 minutes, and then you would switch it to cold for about 30 seconds to a minute. And it's as cold as you can tolerate. That quick switch helps to give your body a little bit of a boost. You can boost your circulation, which helps boost your immunity, helps many other things, reducing inflammation. But generally what you're going to be doing is the 3 minutes of hot, then you switch to cold for about a minute, switch back to hot, then to cold. And you would probably do about 2 to 3 cycles, I would believe, in about your shower, if your shower is about like 10 minutes or so. You always want to make sure that you end on cold. So when you're ending on the cold, that helps with closing up the pores and helping with that whole circulation effect. So make sure when you're doing these showers that you're always ending on cold. So just based on what I've like explained, like how it works, what do you guys think about that? Like, is that a little bit more appealing than doing a cold shower, or is it kind of scare you to do the change between hot and cold? Just a tip, I always say it's better to kind of gradually get your body used to it. So maybe you'll start on hot, and then for the first couple of times when you try this, when you're going to the cold, maybe you're not going to go like really cold, you're just going to go slightly cool. And that way you get your body kind of used to it. And eventually you will. It feels really refreshing, really invigorating. It's super helpful for if you're feeling tired or if you're feeling fatigued. If you have a headache, it's great for improving your circulation. It's great for reducing inflammation. It's been shown to be helpful with pain, so like arthritis as well. And it's actually a nice little hangover cure as well too. So if you've gone out the night before, you didn't have a good sleep, maybe you drank too much, it can be helpful for that as well. So it is a quite interesting way that it works on the body. So, okay, so what are some people saying? So let me know if that would be something you'd try. I alternate between hot and very hot. Nice, yeah. So sometimes when it's very, very hot, it's not that good for your skin. It can dry out your skin. So very, very hot is not that good for your skin. So just be very helpful with that. In the contrast showers, the cold can also be beneficial for your hair health. And like I said, the cold isn't as bad for the skin, so it can be helpful for that as well. So maybe in the summer, but right now with this cold weather, I want a hot shower. I agree. Yeah, it can be challenging to try the cold in when it's cold out. But if you even just, like I said, try maybe doing it a bit cooler and gradually getting your body used to it. You can even just go on the cold for 10, 15 seconds to start with if you're not able to go up to 30 seconds or a minute. Like I said, you don't really have to time it if you don't have like a clock or anything because you're in the shower, but just kind of like thinking in your mind or counting through, then you can know kind of how long you have been doing the hot versus cold. It is really really refreshing. Like I was saying, it's probably one of the most greatest things that people feel is they feel refreshed after getting between the contrast shower. So some of these things, like I was saying, if you do have aches and pains, if you don't feel like your joints are working that well, things feel inflamed, this can be very, very beneficial. Okay, so it could be tolerable in the summer. I would try it if it's good for arthritis. Yeah, so it can be helpful for pain, for joint pain, for muscle pain. Even after workouts, can help with reducing that workout muscle pain that you can feel after a workout. So it can be very helpful for that. So yes, it can be helpful for arthritis. And you can kind of think about it similar to hydrotherapy in a pool, like aquafit or water therapy, where they have water as the resistance, and that cold water can also be helpful as well on the joints. So it can be good. Yeah, I do agree it can be more tolerable in the summertime compared to the winter. When it is cold, it can be a bit challenging. So another thing that it's good for is your immune system. So this is great to have just a natural way of boosting your immunity. It really does help with improving the immune system. That's through the circulation, through getting your lymphatic system moving. So that's where all your immune cells are staying in your lymph nodes. And then it can be helpful for boosting your white blood cells. So it really is great for helping with immunity as well. So that's something you can try to do few times a week to help improve your immune system. Like I said, in the wintertime, you might not want to do it, but it can be beneficial as well. And then also for mood, it can help with boosting your endorphins, so your feel-good hormones, and just helping to improve your mood. It really does help with that as well. So those are some tips, just some tips that helps with having a contrast shower. Some athletes take ice baths after workouts. Yes, so that is common too, to do an ice bath. Never done that. I don't think I could tolerate an ice bath. Taking like a plunge in a cold bath can be, I don't know, doesn't sound too appealing to me. But yes, that is similar, like the similar type of mechanism. The water therapy can be helpful on the muscles and the joints. So maybe trying that, but I think more people would be a little bit hesitant to try something like that, but good point. If you can try like the contrast shower, and if you just try starting out with not as big of a contrast, so even if you just have it on warm to a little bit cool, that can be helpful as well. It's just that change in the temperature that gives your body a bit of like a jolt, and that shock on your circulation, that can be helpful. Okay, so what else do I want to talk about? Any questions in regards to that, the way that you do it? I think it's pretty straightforward, like I was saying. I'll just repeat it. So it was You do 3 minutes of the hot, then you switch to cold for 1 minute, then you'd go back to 3 minutes, then to 1 minute on the cold, 3 minutes, and then 1 minute, and then you would completely end it on the cold. I don't know what's happening with my light. It's turning off and on. So let me see if there's anything else I want to talk about, but you guys go ahead and ask me anything about this. You can also do contrast baths or for example, on your hands and your feet. If you have arthritis on your hands and your feet, or if you have sore joints, it's easier to do like a contrast bath, like with a little container, something like that. You can use that on your hands and feet. It's more challenging to do contrast baths on your whole body because you don't really have I don't think most people have 2 baths close together. The other thing you could do would, unless you're like close to a pool and a hot tub, you could do something like that. You put your whole body in a plunge of doing contrast showers. So if you have access to that, if you have access to a pool and a hot tub, you could do that. If you have access to a shower and a sauna, that's another way that you could do that. You can go in the sauna as you're hot, and then go in the shower as cold. Or even what you could do is do 5-10 minutes in the sauna and then go end off with a cold shower, and that can also help improve your immunity and your circulation as well. So just looking up, it does help to reduce muscle fatigue. It helps to decrease pain and swelling and intense soreness after exercise as well. Those are really the main things. What else did I want to talk about? So in regards to helping like your circulation, that can be beneficial for gut issues. So I know I talk a lot about gut issues, but you need a proper digestive system, and you need proper circulation in your digestive system to get things moving along. So even if you're feeling sluggish, if you're feeling a little bit bloated or run down, if things aren't moving that well, if you feel kind of constipated, bloated, it can also be helpful for that. And not directly on it, but the way that it works on the circulation to move things around and circulate your blood to all your cells in your body. So it can be helpful that way for things like candida or IBS, certain gut health issues. What else? Yeah, that's pretty much the main things I want to talk about. There's not really, like, I saw some things about weight loss, so you just want to be careful with that because there's not really any scientific evidence to show that. But I think where that kind of came about is when you're exposing your body to cold, it's supposed to be burning off some fat. I don't know if that has any truth to it. Like I said, there's not really many studies on it, but that is something that you might come across when you're looking about it on the internet. Yeah. How often should you do the contrast shower? Every time you take a shower. You don't have to do it every time you take a shower. It would be good if you could do it every time you take a shower. If you could do it every day, some sort of contrast therapy would be beneficial. But if you're not able to get there, if you can't work up to it, then I would say start with 3-4 times a week, maybe 3 times a week, just to give yourself a little bit of a start. But like I said, even just a little bit of the change in the temperature can be beneficial. So it can be helpful to start something and try it out. Yeah. any other questions about that? I think that's pretty much what I just wanted to talk about. Is really short, like I said, a short little video today, just to give you guys some tips on this, because it is something that is accessible to people. Like, it's people that have a shower, you can do it, so you don't have to pay anything for it. It's easy to do. You just do it at home. You can implement it into your daily routine if you take a shower every day. So it is really like the most natural and easiest thing to help improve your energy, your overall health, your gut health, like we were talking about, to reduce inflammation, to reduce pain, and improve your mood. So why not give it a try and see how you feel? And then maybe let me know if you've tried it. Try it this week and let me know next week. Maybe on a day that the weather's a little bit nicer, give it a try and see how you feel. You do have to wait, you have to do it a few times in order to see the long-term benefits. But something like, for example, your energy, your mood, it can improve that instantly. You can feel better after you take it. But something like and reducing inflammation, reducing pain, helping with arthritis, that's kind of stuff that can take longer to see the benefits for that. It's an interesting topic. Thanks. Sounds cool. Okay, good. I'm glad you found it interesting, that it's cool. Yeah, I think it can be something that's worth trying. I've done them before. I don't do them that often. Maybe once a week I will do them. Or if I don't do it, then sometimes I'll even just like end my shower on cold. The cold feels nice at the end of like a hot shower. It can be a bit of a jolt to your body, but it does feel nice, and it can be helpful for even like helping your hair, keep your hair nice and shiny. Like I said, it doesn't dry out your skin like a hot shower would. So even that, even if you want to just try ending it on cold, that can be helpful too. I'll try it tomorrow morning. Nice. Okay, give it a try and see how it is. Yeah. And then, sorry, as I was saying, like if you have hand pain or wrist pain or any pain in your hand joints or in your feet, that would be easy to do, like alternating hand and feet baths, I guess you could call them. So you can just get two separate buckets or bins. One of them you could have ice and cold water in it, and the other one you could have hot water. Just be careful with how hot it is. You don't want to burn yourself. And what you could do is just kind of like alternate back and forth. Or you can put if you could fit both of them in one and then in the other, you could do that too. Again, 3 minutes and then to 1 minute, and then switch it back and forth, end it on cold. That might be a bit more tolerable. That's more localized if you have issues with arthritis in your hands, if you have pain in your wrist or in your hand joints, in your feet as well, even after a long day. If you're somebody that works on your feet a lot, if you're moving around a lot and you're at a job that requires you to be on your feet, that can be very beneficial as well to help improve your circulation, and then also just help with reducing any sort of pain and inflammation in those joints. So that would be kind of like the easiest way to do it that way. How else? If you wanted to, if you have certain areas of your body that hurt, you could do alternating hot and cold packs. So if you have a heat pack and an ice pack, you could do that. If you have, you can put a towel with cold water, towel with hot water, put it on your back if that's what's hurting you, and on your knees. You can wrap your knees in hot and cold towels, alternating. It's always just that alternating from the hot to the cold. Your hot is always going to be longer than the cold, and then you're always going to end on cold. And just doing that can help improve the circulation, reduce any sort of pain that you might have in those areas. What if you have a cold or a fever? Is it okay? So is it okay to do the hot or cold? I think we're still talking about the showers. So yeah, you can still do the showers. It can still be beneficial. Maybe just being a bit careful with the fever. But yeah, if you have a cold, you can definitely you can still do it. Also, just being maybe you won't be going as extreme in the cold, but it can help improve your white blood cells, so definitely can be helpful for that. I would say with that, just depending on how old you are, so if you're a young adult, middle-aged adult, should be okay. If you're somebody more weaker, like an elderly, older adult, or a child or kid, I would be a bit more careful with doing the hot and cold showers when you're sick already, because your immune system's a little bit weaker and you just want to be careful. You don't want to be doing too much, but generally most adults should be okay with that. But yeah, that was a good question. That can be helpful. Okay, so I'm gonna let you guys ask me any other questions for the next few minutes, and then I'll wrap things up. If there's any suggestions or any tips that you want me to talk about, feel free to let me know. And I'll be making a new video every week too on Wednesdays. So if there's certain things, my Wednesday videos are more specific for gut health. So if there's anything you want to see about that, let me know. I just released one this week. It was on constipation. So it was the 5 of my favorite foods to help with constipation. So if you didn't see that, go check that one out. And then if there's any specific gut health videos you want me to know to release, let me know. I'll just be making similar content. Foods that you can have, ways to improve your gut health, that kind of thing. So yeah. All right, so I think that's really much it. I'll wait a minute or two. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Share it with your friends or family, somebody you think can benefit from the contrast showers, and go spread the word about contrast showers because it is really helpful. And not many people know about it or think we're like scared to try it, but you will get used to it. So yeah. Okay. So that's it for tonight. I'll see you all next Friday. I'll probably be back at 7, I think. Yeah. Cool. Any questions at all? Yeah, any questions? If you have any questions, let me know. Within the next couple of minutes. Good. I'm glad you guys liked the video. You're very welcome. I hope it was helpful. But yeah, feel free to ask anything you want me to address, and if not, I'll address it in the next video. But yeah, and if there's anything you guys want me to share next week, if there's anything fun we can think about, let me know. We can talk about certain supplements, certain teas, certain foods, I think pretty much. Okay, so do you have any suggestions on motion sickness? I think this is a common thing. I start to get nauseous when I'm a passenger in a car. Yes, so a couple of things. Ginger is really helpful for motion sickness. So what I would say is you can buy ginger chewables or ginger capsules. I actually have both of them, so I'm going to quickly grab them and I'll show you. So I find that the chewable gingers are easy for when you're traveling. They're because you just chew them. So this is like chewable ginger, and as you can see, it says on it that it helps with relieving upset, digestive upset, and prevents nausea. So if you were to get something like this, and you can just chew it before you go into your car or in the ride as a passenger, if you just chew that, it can help with relieving nausea. So that's a good one. The other one is capsules. So this is just ginger capsules. A little bit more challenging to take because you need to have water to take them. So that's one tip I would say, is getting ginger. Some people do notice, like when they try these, they feel much better with taking them. So that's that. Another thing would be making sure you have food in your stomach. So you don't want to have like too much food where you feel like it can make you want to vomit, but you want to make sure you're not having an empty stomach because that can also trigger things. And then another thing that can be helpful is just making sure you're hydrated, drink water. Don't read a book or use your phone because that can make things worse. Those are pretty much the main things. Another thing is an acupuncture point. I think I talked about it. I think I shared one video about acupuncture points for digestion, and it's in there. But it's, you basically take your 3 fingers at your wrist, and it's where your 3rd finger is. That one right there. There's an acupuncture point right there. If you press on that, that can help with nausea. So that's kind of just another tip for relief. But generally, like, motion sickness is kind of challenging to figure out what's really causing it. It's a lot of times it can be genetics or just the way your body is, the way you react to certain things. So I find that the best things are ginger, staying hydrated, and making sure you have some food in your stomach. So yeah, good question. I think that a lot of people get motion sickness as well. So I'd say like get the chewable ginger and then have it on hand with you. It's easy to just pop one and chew it. All right, so thanks for the questions, guys. I will see you all next week. Like I was saying, 7, I should be back at 7. If you prefer 6, let me know. But I think 7 is a bit better. That way people can eat dinner before and then we meet at 7. But yeah, that's all for tonight. Have a great weekend, and I will see you all next time.